Yes, my favorite visitor. How are you doing? Pretty good. Awesome. I'm happy to see you coming back with super bright pink shoes and an arted up cane. Welcome back, guys. Just watch your step, okay? There's not too much other hazards other than the little rope there. I've been going at it since like the fall. So basically, you know, the winter was sort of slow, but I did create a few pieces in the winter, and then as soon as spring came, I've been at it non-stop. So all this is a build-up since spring. I'm sort of building up to like having an exhibition at some proper gallery. I'm in the process of trying to get a few of these pieces in a few international art fairs, like Art Toronto, which is the next one in October. So yeah, it's not long. So I got no time at all to like reach out to a couple gallerists that are going to that fair and to see if they want to handpick a few pieces from my work and represent. So otherwise, who knows? I might just pull up in Toronto myself and you know, bring a few pieces while the collectors from Europe and Asia are visiting and try to exhibit on the sidewalk even. So, yeah. Plus, you know, it's like art like this. Like I'm working hard at putting this together. So it takes time to do that, to put a show together, right? So some of these pieces are still in the process of being finished, right? So the small pile here. You guys don't mind if I'm filming for my YouTube channel? Okay, so cool. I'll film myself while I'm talking. So the small pile here is works that are in the process. They've had one coat and they still need to be hand sanded, and then they're going to receive a second coat and have like a satin finish like the totem outside. So yeah, the other pieces that are wood are either going to be painted white and then receive the wasted paint process, which I sort of came to after you know, years of doing this. You find like processes to your madness, and this is like through not wanting to waste paint, and so I just started painting, putting it on the sculptures. So yeah, yes, I love the cane and I love the shoes.
There you go.
Like you can't get better than that, you know. Like I see you coming. So yeah.
Does your wife help you too?
My wife is in the process of discovering her style as an artist, and she's painting a large format canvas on the other side. She's also doing small format on paper. And so what I love about her is like she's just an innocent human exploring art. She has no like knowledge of the art world and or other artists and what they're doing, unlike myself. So basically, yeah, I'll let you guys roam around. I'll put the camera down, and then we could just, you know, yeah. I'm just relaxing, really, and you know, this is hard work on the hands. So like, I have to take a few days off when I'm chainsawing. And a few days ago, I made 7 artworks in one day. Yeah. Yeah. So after a day of carving, I take a couple days off. I do painting. I hang out around here, you know, and finish other pieces, and it's ridiculous. I had to start filming people's encounters because they were priceless. Like our encounter today is priceless, and today I get to keep it. You've been coming for a few years now to visit, and it's always amazing when you come. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot. That's priceless, you know? So, yes. Thank you. Yeah, you love the bike. I call it the Chariot, but yeah, it's even funner to drive. And like, if you take it up the highway, you know, people like just, it turns heads. So like, you know, I was thinking like it'd be cool to like actually light the back of the bike on fire one day for like a shot, for like a, like for art's sake, just, yeah. So artists get crazy ideas, like I've thought of burning all my stuff at one time. Like my wife stops me at times. I have a room full of paintings. I had to stop painting because I had too much paintings. They have nowhere to go. So it's hard. It's a hard game, this art game, but this is my new body of work. It's a color field paintings that are also gestural, and they're done in a series. They're done in, separately, but they contain the same flow and the same energy on each work. The same
You're painting several at the same time?
Yeah, these were laid out throughout the studio, and I worked the orange when I had orange on my brush, and then I went to the next color and then applied that, and then you went to the next canvas, so the orange ends up in a different place, the next color ends up in a different place, but it contains the same sort of gesture and the same energy as a body of work. So they'll be numbered 1 through 6, and the collectors can own a piece of that energy. So my next body is coming up. I'm going to start it in a few days. I'm out of canvas. I have to go to the art factory in Renfrew and visit my good friend Patrick John Mills, who is an unbelievable artist. Yeah. I mean, if you guys if you guys want to come, I'll throw you in the back of my car, and we'll go to the art factory.
I've been thinking we should go there. I've seen them advertised. Lorna goes there.
It's amazing. Thank you, guys. This is like a powerful shaman. I'm actually talking to a guy about lighting right now for backlighting and lighting that would come up out of the top of the head and project onto the ceiling, some sort of like vision or like some sort of like, ideas that the shaman's having could be broadcast up on the ceiling as an art installation. So there's all kinds of cool things that elevate artworks. Yeah.
Mine never stops.
I live the art life, and I'm working towards the art world, basically. Like my work needs to go to the right place, and like it's like.
Get appreciated up because value that much.
Well, the people appreciate the visit. They appreciate the energy, and like I've been telling people, I'm in the process as we speak of getting like grant money for artist ran nonprofit shenaniganry, and like we're talking like beautiful things, big things that will allow us to bring other artists, pay them for their visits, that would allow them to, a place to stay, that we would have little A-frames built up where the artists can stay when they come visit. We're going to install a public art wall for when the artists are here, and or when the community youth want to vandalize or create art. So also the A-frames will be used for like art therapy for youth that are at risk during the summer. There'll be artists on place. There'll be art therapists supported by the grant money while the youth are there to coordinate activities and to like do some healing, sound healing, all this sort of stuff. So I'm trying to like bring this vibe to my community. I'm here as an international artist working to get this stuff on a bigger market, but
And your wife behind you all the way.
of course I wouldn't exist without that woman.
Aren't you lucky to find
We've seen
someone
the
like
lunches.
that?
Yes.
We've seen the lunches she makes sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's more than that. I mean, she's everything.
Isn't it wonderful you found someone like that?
Yes, I know. I'm blessed in that way. I'm super rich. I'm a starving artist, but I'm rich in the way that I'm connected with the universe. I'm connected with my kids. I'm connected with my wife. I have 2 boys, 18 and 16.
Oh, they're not young anymore.
No, they're both doing construction work. They're both sort of very creative beings being brought up by 2 artists. So basically, I'm trying to get them involved with the Tribe Chroma clothing brand, using some of my sketches and doing photography of some of these masks and sculptures. And, it's going to be an interesting project that we're working on.
Good for you. You're certainly what you call ambitious.
Yes, I guess I don't lack ambition or vision. Some call it manifesting your own destiny, and sometimes it takes a long time to manifest things, especially when you have karma to deal with from the past when you're a young soul, you know. So like things take time to fall into place, and like I'm super patient. Right now I'm working on this huge body of work. All those white sculptures over there are in the process of getting wasted paint process, like on Georgie, the colorful face, and like on our Mr. Bear here, you know. So this is a signature style that I sort of putting together. The fly is going to be getting the abstract wasted paint treatment. The large Venus out there is getting that treatment. So I'm gonna have these pieces all over the place, and you'll be able to tell that it's my work by the way that it's sculpted and by the way that it's painted. So like when an artist can reach that point, you've sort of made it to like that point where you can be recognized without being around. Your work speaks on its own. Collectors can say, well, that's from a distance.
Have you sold many?
It's been sort of dry, honestly, to be honest. And like I said, I'm patient. I've had like ridiculous offers. Like some people think that, you know, they can get something like this for $500. And to me, this is something that is in the $15,000 range. I'm not going to get that here, but in the proper market, in the proper place, once the lighting is established on that work, you know, exactly. And this is what's happening now. It's what's happening now. It's a real journey of like, you know, this is part of what the YouTube channel is about, is the encounters along the way. You know, my trip to New York, my phone calls to galleries, being rejected. All of this is part of the show. So I'm confronting it live, front on, and like it is what it is. I'm on this journey with my work to the art market, and you know, I've worked hard for this, and I've observed, you know, and I know what's necessary. I'm in the position that 20 years of like failing and exploring has got me here. People come in and they wonder how this happened. It's a long journey. It's a long journey. There's pieces in here that are 5 years old. I did that work 5 years ago. I haven't been paid. It's not about money here, folks. It's not about money. It's about passion. You know, people wonder, what is it? How much is this piece? And how long did it take you? And humans tend to be programmed to think by hourly rate. And so if I tell you I made this in an hour, you'd expect me to sell it to you for $100 at no more than that, right? But it's an artwork, and it's subjective, and it has an energy that is trapped forever. There are Egyptian sculptures being discovered today, still as we speak. The wood is preserved and intact, and that energy is trapped forever. So the same thing with my works that are created now. The energy is trapped forever. It may have taken me one day to sculpt a beautiful hand sculpture at the front, but you know, I don't want to make a hand sculpture every week to support my, you know, my adventures. It's like, it's done, it's there, it's part of the body of work, and it's move on. So it becomes a unique artwork. Otherwise, an artist finds himself chasing.
Around the corner and see what's there.
Yes, there's beautiful stuff around the corner. Some really cool pieces. There's a wishing piece. You can make a wish. You just put your hand on it, touch wood, and make a wish. You don't even, like, at first I was asking people for like a small donation, you know, but it's just annoying. Just touch the wood and make a wish, and then feel the energy, and then that's good. Yeah. So it's sort of like this process, it can go on forever. I can say that this wasted paint sculpture is finished today, but we're still delivering paint to it. So yeah, it can go on and on and on until the show. I can go on and keep delivering paint till it's this thick. No, I know, you'll ruin the beauty of it along the way. So at a certain point, the trick in art is knowing when to stop. So, exactly. So, like, you guys, I remember now, you're a painter. Okay, you're also a painter. Come and paint with me one day.
Oh, there you go.
Can you guys, like, come and paint? We'll put it on my channel. We'll have a day. I'll I'll get my wife Shannon to make snacks.
Come and see her with her work around the corner too. It's amazing.
Yes, she's a colorist. She's a colorist.
Isn't that designs and the color combination?
This is her latest one. She says she yes, they are, yeah. She hogged the end of the roll. So I can't continue my series right now. She was like, the hell with it. I do big works and I'm taking this, and so I was like, you go for it, girl. Like take the rest. We'll get another roll. And like she needs to get going on this and keep exploring her style. And she's like very shy and timid. She's camera shy. She has not made an appearance. So I'm trying to like work her up to it. And she has these amazing, like, colorful, these will be exposed at some point and unrolled and unveiled, if you will. Yeah, that's the name of my show on YouTube. Yeah. Unveiling Creativity.
Oh, good for you. You're on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yes, this is going to be on YouTube. You're a star. You're going to be a star on my show. You could be a reoccurring character that comes and hangs and has a tea with the artist. You're an artist yourself, so I need to be around artists, and the age don't matter. You can bring me some knowledge.
That's true.
Yeah,
True.
Well, a different perspective.
exactly. Plus it's just energy, right?
They're really interesting. There's a lot of work in tiny little.
Yeah, these are like I'm trying to tell her to make some more, but she's like very, you know, she has sold some. Yes, she's sold quite a few.
What does she get for them?
They're $50 each.
Oh, it's so
And we had frames for them, but we ran out of frames, so now people can get their own frame or have it framed on their own. Yeah. And she does them in pairs, so unless someone has separated the pair, there's usually another one that sort of matches with it. And I as an artist see them as like a cool way of grabbing one of each pair and setting up for them, like Warhol, you know, like they each have a vibe from the same artist, but they have a different palette, and you could sort of play with that. Yeah.
What did she sell them for each?
They're $50 each, and yeah, it's not very much. It's affordable, which is like out here is sort of important. People are on a tight budget, and like
It doesn't even look like
Yeah.
watercolor. The color, it looks more like Aunt's watercolor. I thought it was ink.
no, I believe she's using just acrylic here. Okay, it's on watercolor paper.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just saw the watercolor.
Yeah. So she's
That
just,
makes more sense to
and
me
it's
now.
done with a palette. She just pulls it thinly and allows the paint to like wet the paper. And then the part of the process is going back after with a marker and separating all the colors. So she sort of became obsessed with doing that. And then it's sort of like, you know, sometimes it's dangerous for an artist to grab onto things like that, because then you get trapped in that.
Admiring your work.
Yeah, there she is. She's on camera now. We have no choice with our painter friends here.
Thank you.
Amazing, sweet as that plum.
It interests me. You go back and outline your color
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
I thought you would do it first, but that's interesting.
How long does it take you?
I love your shapes.
It's kind of hypnotizing. It takes anywhere, depends on the process of if I did it pretty fast, and I can take my time and do it and go back to it, but it takes anywhere from like an hour to a few hours depending on how in depth I want to take to do the scene.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a good shot on this.
Yeah, with my bigger ones now,
It's a
I
big
ventured
moment.
out because with the little ones, it was I was using the same color to outline it all, but on some of the big ones, I'm switching it up with like different colors as the outlines, so it's even more pops of color, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's your idea to do all that.
Yeah.
Pretty creative. Boy. Are your boys like that too?
They're pretty creative, yeah. They've always been, they like to draw, and they like to, they're trying to now design their own clothing and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, my younger one was doing stencils and spray painting it onto the clothes, so it's pretty cool.
So as petite those artists. They have
Yeah,
some talent.
of course, yeah.
Are all your canvases pretty well the same size?
They're all pretty much, there maybe a few of them are slightly smaller, and then I have smaller ones inside. We decided just to kind of just have out here what I've done so far this year, and we,
Now do you paint right here?
yeah, I
On the
did this
wall.
right on the wall, yeah.
Now do you
And then I'll take it off and put it on a stick, and we figured it takes up a lot of space storing it when it's framed already full, but
Yes, I'm
you
sure.
can roll it, and actually some people have liked purchasing it, and they've kept it on the stick with the nice rope on it. It's kind of a different look. Yeah.
You frame them yourself?
We have framed a few ourselves. It's actually not as hard as you would think, but we used to buy them already framed.
Oh.
But it's not that hard to frame yourself. Yeah, this was the one I did right before it. See how like there's all different colors around all the colors.
Why don't you open one up, babe?
I was into doing a lot of
Here?
hearts and stuff. Yeah, and this one's like a white background. And then quite a few of them are hearts because I got into like this whole heart thing of like doing lots and lots of hearts.
Different shapes, yes.
Yeah,
Well, it's lovely to work here, I guess.
it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to be outside.
There's something about being outside and connected to the earth.
Yeah.
It grounds you.
Yes, I'm always barefoot, okay? It's very
I usually am,
important.
too. I usually am, but I'm going up to the library. That's why I have shoes on.
Oh, yeah. That's fun. It's nice to meet you two again.
Yeah,
You're
it is.
still here.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for coming by.
No, my friend came up for a few days. I thought we've got to go see.
Yeah,
Cool.
anytime. We're always
So-
here.
When are we having tea and snacks and painting?
Oh, I don't know. Not right now, because we don't have enough time.
Yeah, not today, but we'll make plans for a nice visit. You can come back before the summer's over.
You're a
And
painter?
yeah, of course.
Those are.
Oh, cool.
Meryl really does watercolors, and I
Oh,
do
wow.
acrylic.
Wow, cool.
But not-
Watercolors are fun too, eh?
They are,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a friend in Florida who does something like this. Only her designs, like puzzle pieces, are just almost intricate.
Wow.
They're small. Yes, I should.
Wow.
I'll make a couple
probably
of
a lot of
copies.
work, eh?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
down in Florida, but she shows a lot in New York.
Really?
They're really popular, so yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I'll try and make.
New
some.
York's the place to be, I guess, when you're an artist. Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be there, but
Yeah.
No.
it's too.
You just pop in and out, you know, like,
That's for sure. No.
Walk in, walk out again. It's fun.
yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well-
that was the place where she found she could make a lot of sales.
Yeah.
And she was featured in a lot of
Cool.
but this small little intricate designs, like she started working on sizes like this,
Wow.
and she took a course and just kept working. Now she's doing things
Big-
like this, and
okay.
she sells a lot to apartment.
Okay, for the designing of the apartment, like the hallways
yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that?
Well,
Or
the
furnished apartment.
common room or the
Oh,
the
cool.
entranceway.
That's a good thing to get into, eh? Like,
That way you can do that with yours.
Yeah, yeah. It's just about getting in there, you know what I mean? Like, I guess you have to kind of know somebody. or
Connect with
yeah.
some designers
Mhm,
that are
Yeah, connect with the designers of this.
Yes.
But that'd be cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I can see these, or even in large office buildings.
Yeah. Yeah. Dentist office
You
kind
need,
of thing.
well, you need a big space
Yeah.
to appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah.
And some good lighting.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoy working on the big pieces. It's just
Well, you're very
really fun.
good at it. Don't stop.
Thank you.
I told you, babe.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell her she's not confident in her own self. She doesn't believe in herself. So I believe in her way more than I'm trying to like. Come on now, you're amazing. This is great. Like your color. I know the art world would love this. Like it's colorful and like energy, beautiful stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Do you ever try putting up like say 4 pieces of paper and with just tape between them and then just going up the whole the whole.
I've thought about it. I've worked on like 4 pieces at the same time for the smaller pieces, but I've never like had it all as one and then kind of, you mean like cut it up after?
That's right.
Yeah. No, I haven't done that.
Because then you can take your different size brushes and different colors and just
Yeah.
swoosh it all the way down.
Yeah.
It,
Pretty cool
it's
idea.
interesting.
Yeah. It would be fun to try.
And it's fun. And
Yeah.
see how they match up.
Yeah. The set. It becomes a set.
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you can actually make the pieces not all the same size.
Yeah.
So
Could have some longer.
some
and,
longer,
like,
yeah. But when you take them apart, they all match up, and yet you can then make, say, a threesome.
Yeah.
Just some interesting things. Well, anyway,
There you go, and I'll keep you from
Awesome,
your-
ladies.
Keep
I
up
really
the good work.
appreciate the
Enjoy the beautiful
smiles and the good visit.
What was it? Was it
Sorry,
like
well, we have to
bad
make
and
a
cats
wish.
last night?
Yes, make a
It
wish.
wasn't too long, but it
Make a
was
wish.
like, I've never seen such a bad storm. It really came in windy, and then we were getting hail about
oh
that
my,
side.
and it,
Or
Yeah.
out with somebody else's for supper.
we were trying to go for supper. We were at the car.
Yeah. The power went off 3 times, but it was back on within 2 minutes, which we're
Ours is
fortunate.
still off.
No.
Wow.
Where is that? Where are
It's
you?
in the bush,
Oh man.
not far from Danford Lake.
Oh, because
We have
trees
all
and
the-
stuff went down. Oh, man.
And I've been there since I was 5.
That could be good for me.
Cool.
Here alone.
Trees going down.
Awesome.
Interesting.
But anyway, when the power goes off, we have generators. We
Okay.
have a sonic that set us up, so
You're set up.
we don't really suffer.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah.
But there's still no power. They may not be, I don't know when they come back.
Yeah. Well, at least you got the generators after being there.
Well, that was awesome. Another super cool visit at Studio 352. So, guys, stay tuned for more. Subscribe, like my channel, follow what's going on. You never know what's going to happen here or who's coming through.